Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today is a weird one because you see I have some notes here and I have my Porsche hat on because today we're going to be talking about this Porsche. So I normally hate notes and just like going straight off the dome, and this video really isn't going to be possible without having notes here. So today we're going to talk about what this car has cost me for the last 5 years to basically have all the services that Porsche recommends done on time by a shop. And the reason I've done that is because this car really needs to have like the maintenance records. If you're trading it in or selling it down the road, it becomes very important for a car like this to have proof that like quality service has been performed. This has opened my eyes though, because this is making me realize that a couple things. One, I don't know that I ever am going to get rid of this car. And number two, this is a lot of money and I know that I could do this stuff myself. So I'm probably going to start doing more of these services myself on the channel, hopefully, and spending less of my own money, at the shop to have this done, because this was a painful video for me. If you've been watching my videos, you'll see that my theme is like not spending a lot of money, doing things yourself, and this breaks every rule of that in a major way. So, and there's a couple things I want to talk about before we go on with the topic of today's video. The first is I want to do my first giveaway, and I need your help to help me figure out what I'm going to do. So my first idea was to give away a set of BC coilovers at 1,000 subscribers. And ideally, as this channel grows, the giveaways will grow, and the scale of that will grow. But I have to do this with my own money right now. I'm not getting any money up from YouTube. So the first push is going to get me to 1,000 subs so I can get monetized, so that I can help you guys, you watching this, to build your own cars. So let me know in the comments if you think a BC coilover giveaway at 1,000 subs would be a good deal, or if you'd like to see something else on the channel. I really do want it to be like a car-oriented giveaway versus like just giving someone $1,000, because this channel has a theme of cars, and I love cars, and I know my subscribers love cars. So I want to help you guys with your cars. And I've said this before in my videos, and that I truly believe that that's where I want this channel to go. So without having the capital from YouTube, I'm going to have to use my own money. So it's going to start small, but we are going to do this. And so let me know in the comments if that's a good idea, or if I should do something else, partner with a different company. I think coilovers are good because they can work on, like a wide array of cars, which I'm sure that my subscribers have all different types of cars. So yeah, that was my idea. And the second thing I want to talk about is the format of this channel. So the videos have been all over the place, but these sort of me talking in front of the camera videos are probably going to be the majority of my videos. And I'm going to sprinkle in car content, as it works in. But we're about to go into winter here in St. Louis, and everybody's going to put their cars away, myself included. And I'm going to do videos soon on this, how to prep it for winter. But yeah, so car content will slow down, and it's going to be a lot of me talking in front of the camera. But here's the big but. I have a lot of cool like car stories and car content to share. It's just going to be more of a storytelling format. So if you guys are interested in that, please subscribe. If you're not interested and you hate that content, well, you might not like the content moving forward, and I'm sorry for that. If I lose you as a sub, I totally understand, but that is going to be the majority of the content moving forward. So let's get into this car, what it has cost me, and what I would change, what I will change moving forward. So I bought this car in 2020, and it had about 22,000 or so miles, and it has 28,000 miles now, or 38,000 miles now. So I've driven it 16,000 miles over 5 years, so a fair amount, not nothing, but it's obviously not a daily driver for me, so it's only out on the weekends. So that first year when I bought it, I did a major service on it, which is the oil and filter, the cabin and engine air filters, the spark plugs, and the brake fluid. And I did this at an indie shop for the cost of $971. So that wasn't too bad for that first year, but it did sting. So in 2021, the battery died. So that was $500, and I was able to buy a battery myself and put that in. So the only cost on that was $500, and don't quote me on the $500. It might have been $400, it might have been $550. I'm just going off an estimate. I don't have the receipt for that battery. But then later that year, I did a minor service at an indie shop, which was the oil and filter. But it wasn't so minor because I also had like the 6 year, 60,000 miles come up. So I had to do the drive belt and the PDK clutch fluid and pan filter replacement. And the total cost of that service was $1,380. And that was probably one where I probably could not have done that PDK service at home even if I wanted to. The drive belt I definitely could have replaced though, and same with the oil. Later in 2021, when I bought this car, it had dry rotted Pirellis on it. So 2021, I bought a brand new set of Michelin Pilot Sport 4Ss for all four, and those were $1,700 and some change. So that was the end of 2021 services. 2022 services, I had to replace the hard drive in the stereo. So a common issue with this car is the radio will just go crazy and no longer work properly. So mine started with it would turn off randomly, and then it would kind of kick back on and work again like normal. And then it would turn off again, and then it would kick back on and only give me static, and that was a problem. And then eventually it kicked off and just would not kick on anymore. And I wanted to have like the Porsche head unit display, all of that to be the same. So I had the Porsche dealer actually did me a huge favor because the typical repair for that would be to replace like the whole head unit assembly, which is like $4,000 or $5,000. But they did me a huge solid and they were able to replace the actual drive that had failed in there for a cost of around $600. So later in that year, and this is where, and I did that actually at the Porsche dealer, if I didn't mention that. So later that year, I had a service done at a Nissan dealership, which is going to sound crazy, and it is a little crazy. But I did the oil and the brake fluid at the Nissan dealer for a total cost of around $280. It actually might have been a little bit more than that because that was just the cost of the oil included. I had brought my own fluids there, and they charged me $169 or whatever. So it might have been a little bit, let's just say it was closer to $350 after the brake fluid too. And the reason I did it at the Nissan dealer was because all these shops that I've, like the Indy shop, the Porsche dealer, they're all like 30 to 45 minutes away from me. And this Nissan dealer is right down the road from me. And I know the master tech there who's been there since like 2011. So 14, 15 years now. And he's a great mechanic. So I trusted him with my Nissans in the past. So I trusted him with this, and I would still be servicing it there, but his service advisor wasn't real happy about not having Nissans in the shop. So, and I can respect that. So I don't go to the Nissan dealer anymore, and I wish I did because that was only $280 for that, and that's cheaper than a lot of the other shops for sure. So 2023, those beautiful Michelin Pilot Sports needed to be replaced in the back. And I think I drove around 8,000 miles on them, maybe 7,000 I need to replace them, which is not a lot of miles, but I talked about that in one of my first Porsche videos. This car chews up the miles, especially when you drive it hard. The engine, the weight is like over the back, and when you're that paired with hard accelerations, I mean, that's just what happens. So that was $850 for two new rear tires in 2023. And then later in 2023, I had to spend $482 at that Indy shop I was going to for an oil and filter change. And yeah, so you can see the difference, 280 at the Nissan dealer versus 480 at the Indy shop for the same exact service. It costs $200 more at the Indy shop. So 2024, this is where I had small issues, and I'm not going to dog the Indy shop I was going to. I had a few small things I didn't like with that Indy shop, so I decided I'm just going to go to the Porsche dealer now instead of messing with the Indy shop, messing with Nissan or whatever. You just figure, why not take it to the actual Porsche dealer? So I went to the Porsche dealer for a major service, just like that first year when I bought it. So that was oil and filter, cabin and engine filters, spark plugs, and brake fluid. And at the Indy shop in 2020, that cost was $971. In 2024 at the Porsche dealer, that cost was $2,354. So more than double, but without digging into the issues, I would say it was worth the money to go to the Porsche dealer. And then in 2025, all I had done this year was just the engine oil and filter. And that came out to $449, which was actually cheaper than the Indy shop at $480, which was kind of like another like nail in the coffin for going to that indie shop. And you know that the indie shop does do good work. And yeah, I'm not going to mention them. Yeah, let's just not even get into that. So that was what I paid over the course of 5 years to service this car. And if you've been doing the math yourself, you'll come up to $9,251 in services. And I sort of rounded some of the numbers as I gave them to you, but those were the numbers actually calculated. So just over $9,000, you know, approaching on 10,000. And I did sort of forego some maintenance items at the Porsche dealer when I was just there. I need new rear tires, which right now, like I just said earlier in this video, this car's going to get parked. So I'm not really interested in putting new rear tires on this second, but it needs new rear tires. And it probably could be due for brake pads and brake rotors on the front. And I will be doing those myself on the channel and doing a track day next year with this car, my first track day. Well, I've done track day stuff with drifting before, but I've never done grip driving, and this car is one that I've wanted to do that, and I honestly don't know why I haven't yet, but so yeah, we're gonna get new rear tires on it next spring and do the brakes on the front on the channel for you guys to watch and learn and laugh at me because I'm gonna mess it up and have to go to the shop or whatever to buy tools 8 times, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I'm more interested in looking forward. These $480 oil changes, like I do not need to be spending that much money for that. So what I need to do is I need to buy like the quick jack systems and start taking on more of these service items myself. Like there's no reason I can't do a brake flush. There's no reason I can't do an oil change. There's no reason I can't do a lot of this stuff, like replace the engine and air filters. Like I can do that stuff. I was trapped in this mindset of I want the service records, but I'm not sure that it's really that relevant to me anymore because I know I'm hanging on to this thing. So, you know, people, I'm gonna obviously keep the receipts when I do the work myself, and people can believe I did it or not. But I am gonna film it on YouTube, so there'll be proof that I did do those services out there for anyone who wants to buy the car down the road. Should I choose to sell it? Not for sale. Not for sale at all. Don't put in the comments your offer because I'm not selling it. Well, maybe if it's like 100,000, I would sell it. So yeah, $9,000 on services. Let's start doing the maintenance myself and see how much we can cut that in the next 5 years. I think that would be an interesting tell to revisit this video in 5 years, doing the maintenance myself and see if it costs another $9,000. I bet it won't, even including the cost of the quick jacks, because I'll include that in there. You know, that's basically a service cost, really, at that point, you know, because the cost of some of this stuff is so high that I can sort of make it make sense to buy those. So that's not the only cost of owning this car for the last 5 years. You obviously driving at 16,000 miles. This car gets 23 miles per gallon on average, which means I used around 700 gallons of fuel. And I was generous in my estimate in saying that gas was $4 a gallon for premium, when it's really more like $4.20 to $4.30 for most of that time. It's just dropped down to $4 right now. But that works out to $2,800 in fuel costs, which is not that crazy. And especially considering every car you get is going to need fuel. It's really the services that are kind of car specific. The next cost is insurance. I spent $7,200 on insurance on this car in the last 5 years, which honestly isn't that bad. I pay about $120 a month, and that's 5 years worth of insurance. So you need insurance no matter what car you get, so that's not too crazy. And then loan interest. I've spent around $8,000 on interest on the loan for this car. It's nearly paid off now, like so close. It'll be paid off by the end of the year. And yeah, $8,000 of loan interest. So that brings our total cost to $27,000 to or $27,251. Wow. $27,000. That's half the value of the car. And yeah, to me, that's too high. We're gonna have to work on that. So moving forward, the loan will be paid off, so the interest will go away, and I'm gonna start doing my own services. So let's hope that the next 5 years I don't see anything over 20,000. Let's hope it's more like 10 to 15,000. And I know we can do that. So yeah, with my own equity and courage, I think we can do that. So And yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. If you guys were liking the Porsche content, then this is for you, because I know that video got me a lot of subs. And if this is your first video with me and you've liked everything I've said and resonated with it, then please subscribe, because I'm so excited for this channel and looking forward to the future and fully committed to giving you guys at least a couple videos a week. So yeah, please subscribe and stick around for the next video. Thanks for watching.